Hi everyone, Mike Christopher. Today we're looking at some Flashpoint equipment. Flashpoint is available at Adorama, and it's basically what I'll call their in-house brand. I don't believe you can get it anywhere than Adorama, and it's manufactured specifically for them. So what we've got today is basically two boxes that should be identical, and what they are, they're the 20-inch umbrella and a flash bracket. They actually call it umbrella holder kit with light stand and flashlight. I'm not expecting to find a flashlight in here, but you never know. So let's open one up and see what we got inside. So, all right, pretty much that's it. Whoops, that was close. So let's just set this down. So what we got is it's a little 20-inch umbrella. Now right off I'm going to tell you it's not very big. This is, I think, going to be by far the smallest umbrella I've ever owned. They kind of bring it all put together. There we go. So let's take a look at the umbrella first. So this thing's got to weigh just nothing and pops open. Honestly, it almost looks like a little play toy, but it's going to work great for a lot of certain applications. Number one, say you have a very small area and you got low ceilings and you can't put a 54-inch umbrella or some other large umbrella. Boy, having something like this is going to be better than not having an umbrella at all. I mean, if you're using off-camera flash, this would probably be another good reason for you to, let me rephrase that. If you want to try off-camera flash, that may be another good reason to get this, is to just so you can kind of test and play with the different lighting that's going to be available with it and how it's going to change when you have direct flash on a speed light, and we'll look at a speed light in a minute, versus bounce flash versus through flash. This is translucent, and so what that means is, I don't know if you can see that, it's basically, it's not reflective. Well, it is reflective, but you're going to lose some light through it. It's not going to be like a silver. A lot of umbrellas have a cover that goes on the outside that either give you a white or silver or something, and then you get a true 100% reflection off of that, and you can spread that light around. This would be great for product photography, especially, you know, say I want to take pictures of this scissors. You know, I can get that down low and mount my speed light to it, and it's going to give me nice soft shadows. Or if I'm, again, in a tight area and I want some hair highlight, well, maybe not for me, but you know what I'm talking about for your customer. This would work really great for applications like that. So it seems pretty sturdy. I want to see if it kind of comes apart here. Yeah, it does. You can take it apart just like a normal umbrella. I don't know why you'd ever want to, but kind of surprised. It's got some. Seems kind of sturdy. And the other nice thing is this would be great just to throw in your stand. You know, if you're taking off-camera flash with you and you've got a stand, you know what, throw this in the bag. I've had wind blow over stands. I've had them break. So I've had the wind break my umbrellas. And you know what, having this would be having better than nothing. And so, you know, all in all, great little product. But let's take a look at the holder here. Now, I've never actually seen this. Well, I never saw that either, but let's kind of take a look at it. I have a couple holders, I think, that are similar to this. And so, obviously, it's all black. So it's got a main knob here, and that's going to allow you to rotate it so you can angle it up, or, you know, angle your umbrella up or down towards your product, however you want to do it. And then you can lock it. It's got Oh, you know what? Okay, so you unscrew this down here, and it actually comes with an insert. And what this would be used for is if you have a standard 1/4-20, it looks like 1/4-20 to me, standard tripod, in case you don't have a light stand and you want to use your tripod for a light stand instead, you would be able to screw this onto the top of your tripod, and then you mount this on, and then you screw this, and that locks it in place. If you do have light stands, you just save that for later. And I've got a little tiny, well, I know it's probably out of the frame there, but this is just a little tiny light stand that I have, and it seemed like the easiest one to use. So what you'll do then is you'll hold this. There's supposed to be a nut in there. It looks like maybe a dab of silicone might hold it in place. It's kind of coming out. You put that on and then lock it in place. You don't want to over tighten it, and that's pretty tight. That works pretty good. And so then what you'd be able to do is adjust this up and down. It's got a screw on the side here, and there's like a metal clip, I'll call it, or metal piece of banding that goes down. So what that does is as you insert your umbrella, that kind of squeezes the umbrella. It's basically a piece of metal that's down. So it's going to put pressure on this rod as you put it in, like that. I mean, so that's before I even tightened it up. And then you can go ahead and tighten it up once you get it where you want. You can tighten it up, and that's going to really hold it in place. I mean, I can actually hold it like that. And then you pop this out, and then you can mount your flash here. So hold on. Let me grab a flash real quick. This is an SB700. And so get a flash. And what this has is this has a screw attachment that's basically going to open this channel up. So when you go to put your flash in it, as you tighten down, you're going to be tightening down around where it normally clipped to your camera. So make sure you don't over tighten that, because you don't want to damage this. I would hate to see that happen. So you slide it on, and then I'm going to actually kind of have to set this down for a second. Maybe you can actually see it on the side here. Hold on. Can't see what I'm doing. There we go. So you would slide that on, and then you would screw this down till it's tight right there. And then what I would do is go ahead and lock it like you normally would. That's pretty tight. I've heard people, I read a couple reviews on Adorama, and people said this is a slid right off on them. I don't see how that's going to happen unless you didn't tighten it correctly, or if it's not a standard hot shoe base and maybe it's not designed to clamp it exactly perfect. But then, as you can see from here, what happens is you're going to bounce that flash on here, and it's going to come back on. Here's your product, here's your scissors. Or if you set it up and you get it really close like this, you know, a lot of times in product photography, your umbrella is actually very close, so you get those soft shadows and everything else. And so you could set it up like this. I know it looks offset, but I wouldn't worry about that too much. That light's going to diffuse out there, and you're going to get a pretty good flash out of that. So then when you're all done, just go ahead and take this. Again, I'm going to set this down for just a second. So you take that off. You can then take your umbrella out, pop it down if you want. Actually, you could leave it all together if you wanted to, really. And so that comes out like that. And I think that's all the features it has on here. So like I said, the only thing I've noticed on this is it's got a little nut in here that's designed to go and hold in place. And that has come loose. And it doesn't mean I can't use it. I just got to kind of pull it in there when I go to tighten it up. But a little dab of silicone would definitely take care of that about that fast. I mean, any kind of silicone, if you got an extra tube you use in your bathroom or whatever, I mean, it just takes a little dab. So that's a quick review. You know, not a bad little product. It's pretty small, I'll give you that. If you're expecting 20-inch is not a very big umbrella, so it's pretty small. So I just want to give that heads up. This would be great if you ever do want to upgrade to a larger umbrella. Like I said, I've actually used these before, and these are good for holding larger umbrellas. Now, if you're out in the wind or outside, you're going to want to make sure you anchor your light stand down so it does not tip over, because you don't want to be, you know, having your speed light come crashing down. So I think that's about everything I wanted to cover. I hope you got something out of this. Please like, please subscribe, and have a great day. Thank you.